Hello, I'm Keti Machavariani. I'm film director from Georgia, and I present my film, Sunny, documentary film, which is my first feature documentary. And I'm happy that it will be screened in frames of Eastern Neighborhood Film Festival. I met her actually by chance. It was great meeting because I was invited to take part in industrial platform in frames of Cinedoc Film Festival, and there is a civil pitch section, and the organizers are connecting people from NGO field and film directors, and people from NGO are bringing great ideas and great characters. Usually, sometimes we don't have access or information about that. So I was invited as a filmmaker to take part in this platform, and I met Cisana Hundada. She's a sociologist, and she introduced me Mziuri, and she was working for her organization as a freelancer researcher, interviewee. Actually, it's to be honest, it was like a fulfilling of my childhood dream working on this film, because we were entering this process. Her job, Ziuri's job, is that she's knocking on door and she's doing door-to-door interview with people, and it was like a fulfilling of my childhood dream to enter in strangers' homes and to learn about how people are living and how their rooms looks like, and what they are thinking, and where they are sitting. So actually, the film is our main character, Mziuri, is traveling through the narrow or bright streets of our capital, Tbilisi, and asking to people different questions. And in this way, she's like a medium. She's letting us to know more about our society, about the people's thoughts and dreams and their problems, and about their dreams. Finally, in the final scene, we turn to her, and then she will reveal her own thoughts and dreams, and her childhood fairy tales as well. I'm thinking sometimes we started this film before pandemic, shooting the film, and the many questions and answers are so important today, and it was like a average questions for that time, because Georgia is a post-Sovietic country, ex-Sovietic country. Always in these questionnaires, always are questions about European Union, about NATO, about the occupation. I don't know if the audience will know that 20% of Georgia is occupied by Russia. So always, if there is a questionnaire about politics, we have a question about who is the first enemy of the country, what they think about that, what will be European Union and NATO important for the future of the country. So these questions, after 2 years and connection, this horrible war in Ukraine, another ex-Sovietic country, it seems so important, and I am really happy that in answers of almost the answers are connecting to other questions, very different, but this is one main answer that nobody wants to be to go back, and they see their future with Europe, and all they agree that our country is occupied by Russia, and the country is to define this country, the occupant country. population is primary victim of hybrid war from Russia, and there's a lack of education. It's not a good access for everyone to education. I think this is problem main problem which should be improved, and then the many questions which we have in film and many problems will be solved, because there's a huge number of immigration. That's more than 1 million people are emigrated from country and living in Europe and US illegally working. So it's a big problem for country. Sometimes I mean not regretting, but I was studying in Italy, and I decided to come back, and after internship in Italy, 1 year internship, to continue as a filmmaker in Georgia, my career. But in Georgia, there are not so great opportunity for filmmaker in fund wise. I mean, and we are struggling to get funded every year, and it's really difficult to get funding. And sometimes that's why I'm not regretting. Otherwise, this is my country, it's my homeland, and it's for filmmakers very interesting, full with very interesting stories and characters. So that's why probably I mentioned that it's not a perfect place for filmmaker to be active, to live with the active creative life. Right now, I'm working on a fiction movie, and I have another female character, but she's living abroad and working as an immigrant in Greece. So even the story will in Greece, like a developing Greece. So the main characters are Georgian women. So because of course we can, as a filmmaker, we can film everywhere, but of course our roots are most important, and the stories are related with our past and with our consciousness when we started exploring like a world. Actually, it was my inspiration. It's my like a eternal inspiration, but I used as a like practically my fiction movie, because it was staged and we used this light style of life. But in documentary, it's much more, because this documentary is different type. We were working differently. We did not have time to set up the light or have an interior in style to make a setting during interviews. So, but I think it was like one part of my life and film which was inspired by Vermeer. As I mentioned, I'm an art historian by my first education. So now I'm teaching students about influence of visual art in, painters in filmmaking. So I think one of the most important painter, most important artist in filmmaking is still Vermeer. Thank you for the interview, for your interest towards my film and towards my thoughts about filmmaking and about my country. So I hope that you will enjoy the film and you will be interested to learn more about, and you can find many things similar to your problems or to your thoughts or to your hopes.